many times before. Don't know which road I must go. My mind is full of so many thoughts. My heart beats on and off. Oh my love, and oh my love. Oh. Have you been here many times before? Do you cut your wings so that you'll fall? Can you break on through to the other side? Do you tell yourself things that ain't so kind? Can you feel the worms wriggle in my mind? And these walls, they won't crumble, and they won't let me get out of here. And these walls stand so tall, the flowers, they'll all disappear. The voices around me, again and again, creep behind me, bringing me down, bringing me down. And these walls, they won't crumble, and they won't let me get out of here. And these walls twist and turn, the devil inside me returns as he smiles towards me. Again and again, holds me, chokes me, burning me down, burning me down, burning me down, down.
Yay. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to day 2. I'm just kind of checking all my text stuff. I know we're starting a couple minutes late. I just wanted to give everybody time to get in here. So, real quick, if anybody had anything that came up for them overnight, if you visited it again, or if you had some thoughts or feelings, I would love to hear in the chat what any of those are. And then a couple of you reached out to me, and I think this is pretty, not, I don't want to say common, but some of us struggle with this more than others. Visualizing is challenging for some of us. I know some of us don't see super strong visuals. And so something that I shared with a couple of you is it's helpful to possibly bring a picture of your little self into this space while we do this work, just to kind of give you that visual. If you need a second and you want to go grab that, then go ahead and do that. It's very helpful, or you can just do it later when you're connecting with your little one. Be more present, listen, and observe. Beautiful. Yes, absolutely. So I just wanted to share that with you, and just know that there's nothing wrong with you if you're not a super visual person. It very much is. To be honest, I do psychedelics to see visuals because I don't really see them a lot when I'm on my own. So to me, I think that might be a control thing. I'm not really sure what that's about, but yeah, let's see. Okay. Had a childhood memory that I suppressed come up centered around money wounds, but the realization from this memory is that I had a very generous heart. That's beautiful, Liliana. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, so today is going to be all about visibility and where we are afraid to be judged. Those are the things that generally hold us back in our businesses and in our lives, is that we're not being fully authentic because we're afraid that people are going to say something about us or judge what we're doing. And I also want to kind of start to unravel the limiting beliefs that we have. It might be around money, it might be around being seen, it might be around being yourself. There's a lot of different things that are going to come up today or in the future if you do this again. All the tools that I'm giving you are things that you can do over and over again. Today is called the Great Unraveling, and it's very much like that. There's layers of an onion, you're peeling things back. So I don't necessarily expect any of you to have the big aha moment today, although you might. But just know that as you're kind of digging through this, you're starting to unravel and show the things that need to be healed, the things that need to be seen so that you can move forward from a more authentic, aligned place. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And again, these are shorter sessions on purpose because I wanted to make them very accessible and revisitable. And something else I was going to say completely just escaped my mind. Oh, we're going to be doing the visualization again. We're just going to go back to that same place, the same space, safe space that we created for them yesterday. And we're going to meet them again. We're going to ask them a couple of questions, and then I'm going to guide you through some, don't be scared, Melanie, very gentle breath work. I don't like breath work either. It's like, breath work. But we're just going to do a little bit. We're just going to do a tiny, tiny bit of breath work around the couple of things that we might find when we meet them in that space and ask them a couple of questions. And then I'm going to open up the floor to share because I want to hear from you guys some of the things that you are feeling afraid to share authentically, whether it's with your audience, with your family, with the world. Those are generally the things that are kind of getting in the way of us moving into our next level and our most authentic expression of leadership and authentic expression of business. And when we're in these spaces, these safe containers, this is where the transformation happens. So whether or not you want to continue with me in my program or you find other spaces where you can continue to do this work, this is the place where you can start to let go of those things, see the patterns, and create the new reality that you want to create. So just that's the space that I'm offering for you here this week, today, etc. So if you like to have your camera off, you can, or you can keep it on, does not matter to me, but we're not going to open space again. We've already opened space for the week, but we are going to drop in and ground down. So I would love for you to just close your eyes and place your hands somewhere that makes you feel safe. So again, if that's over your heart, if that feels good, sometimes it feels nice to place your hands on the earth or on your legs or on something nearby that makes you feel grounded. Yeah, all of you. I'm a camera off person too for this kind of work. Ooh, inner child brought up happiness that I've sat with since the meditation. Beautiful. Okay. So close your eyes. Place your hands somewhere grounding, somewhere loving, somewhere that helps you encompass yourself with your own magical healing energy. And just breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth as you feel yourself ground down. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth, let something go. Breathing in through the nose. Nice big exhale. And just setting the intention to know that whatever comes up today, it's okay. There's no right, there's no wrong, no expectations, just letting it flow. Knowing that answers are coming, clarity is coming. The more that you go down this path, the more you open yourself up to love, acceptance, authenticity. Everything you need is within you, and your little one is here to help you find all of those answers. So if you'd like to set an intention, go ahead and do so now. Okay. And so I'm going to turn on the music again, and I would love if you guys let me know if it's a little bit too loud. I think I needed to have it all the way down. There's my music. I will be speaking over it. Yay, thank you, Melanie. You're the best. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we're here in this space. We're ready to go back in. We're ready to reconnect. Breathing, softening, allowing. And so in order to reconnect with them, we're going to come back to that space that we came into yesterday. Beautiful, nature-filled space, a forest, a creek, the mountains, whatever you saw. And you're allowed to change it too. So if you want to make some subtle shifts to the landscape, you go ahead and do that. Seeing your current self, your adult self in this space, and with all of your favorite things. Cup of tea, cozy blanket, something to draw on, music, anything at all. And reconnect yourself with the space by noticing the sensations. So you may notice a gentle breeze that brushes over your skin, the feeling of the sun on your face, the feeling of the earth beneath your body. Maybe you feel grass or you've got your feet in the water. Noticing sensation. And then notice what you hear. Birds, water, wind, anything at all. Notice what you smell. And then maybe touch around a little bit and notice the feeling of the grass beneath your hands. Touch all the things that you've created and brought into this space so that we can connect with your little one. Take a deep breath in. Nice slow exhale. Now that we've quickly reconnected with the space that we've created for this work, you're going to invite them back in to join you today. And so again, there's a lot of different ways that this can happen. They can just appear magically. Maybe they're hiding behind a tree, playfully or fearfully. Either way is totally fine. And they're slowly peeking out, thinking about joining you. Maybe they're swimming in the water. Maybe they run up to you super excited, ready to connect. Or maybe they're reluctant. All is okay. I'm going to take about a minute here to just allow them to appear in the space. Gentle reminder that we're cultivating this relationship, so the more often you come and visit them, the more likely it is that they're going to be open and excited to see you and trust that you'll come back again and again to meet with them, to listen to them. This space that you've created is like your little sacred boardroom where you meet with your little CEO and you guys have meetings. And you hear them and they hear you. And you co-create together. And today's meeting is about finding out what they're afraid of and what's holding them back. And you may not get concrete answers. Don't worry right away. It's going to show itself to you. But just start by asking them, is there something that you're afraid of? And just listen. Are they afraid that someone is going to laugh at them or make fun of them? Are they afraid that they're misunderstood? Are they afraid of not being enough? Are they afraid of not being safe and taken care of with the earthly things that they need? We'll take another moment here just to listen to their answers. And now that we've connected with possibilities of what might be scaring them and thus you in your current reality, with love, looking at them, asking them, not forcing, but just asking gently, is there any information that you can give me about these fears, possibly where they stemmed from, how they happened, how they feel in your body? Can you give me a little information on these fears? Notice what they're telling you, and if they're unsure of how to communicate it, don't worry. The downloads are happening regardless of whether or not you understand them right now. And so often, out of self-protection, self-preservation, survival, these fears turn into our limiting beliefs. And so as children, we do what we need to survive, and we create patterns and habits and beliefs to help us make it through life. And so I want you to sit with that idea for a moment, you and your little one, determining how these fears, these anxieties have turned into things that you now believe in your current state, in your current reality. What limiting beliefs are there? I'm going to give us about a minute and a half here just to sit with that while I'm quiet. So just sit, listen, and kind of hash that out with your little one. Taking a gentle, non-judgmental note of what has come up so far regarding fears, regarding limiting beliefs. And then the final question you're going to ask them is, where are you still hiding because you're afraid it won't be accepted? And so this is about the both of you. It's you and your little one, and kind of where time and space meld together. Where are you still hiding because you're afraid it won't be accepted? Just sit with that for a little bit here and notice what comes up. And so just taking a moment with all of that, again, remembering that it's okay if you don't fully understand any of this right now, or if you're getting a lot of ahas, that's amazing as well. The energy, the transformation is in the container that we are currently in. So just let it do what it needs to do. Try not to rush anything or force to understand. Just receive. And so from here, you keep your eyes closed, stay where you are, stay in this space, stay with your little one. And they're going to join you in this very gentle mini breathwork session that we're going to do around some of these limiting beliefs. And so the visual or the feeling might be that they're super excited to come lay with you somewhere, or they're still kind of sitting across the space, a little far away from you, but connecting in their own way. Maybe they're hiding, still feeling a little fearful, apprehensive. Maybe they're super excited. Maybe they have a hard time sitting still for breath work, and that's okay too. Let them do what they need. But just holding whatever it is that you came up with, again, even if you don't fully understand, can't quite put words to it, maybe it's a feeling. The fear, the limiting belief, the thing that came up through this guided meditation. I want you to imagine that you're holding that in your hands. So your hands are kind of cupped, and you're holding the energy of those fears and limiting beliefs in your hands. And so the breathwork pattern is very simple. You're just going to inhale through your nose for about 4 or 5. Open mouth exhale, maybe make a little bit of sound. You're going to inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Big, deep inhale, filling up, pushing things out and away in your body. Exhale, releasing those fears, releasing those limiting beliefs. Nice, deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And keep going just like that, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feeling that every time you're inhaling, you're bringing new, rejuvenating energy into every cell of your body. Every time you're exhaling, you're releasing the energies of these fears, these anxieties, these limiting beliefs, clearing the way. And just keep going. Don't worry about the pace. Maybe peek a little eye over at your little one, see how they're doing. Breathing together. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And as you breathe, as you open mouth, exhale, maybe you start to notice that the energy of the fears, the limiting beliefs, the anxieties, all the things that we're letting go of, that you're holding in your hands, starts to disintegrate a little bit. And turns into light, fluffy matter that is moving away from your hands, floating out into the forest space, being absorbed back by the earth. Giving you and your little one the fullest permission to truly let it go. Keep breathing. Keep releasing. You are safe, you are held, you are allowed to let it go. You know, it can be scary because a lot of the time our identity is wrapped around these beliefs that we've held for so long, the ways that we've existed for so long. We're going to do a little quantum rewire tomorrow, so there's going to be new ones installed. But for now, can you just slowly unravel and let go? Breathing in, breathing out. We're almost there. Just staying with it at whatever pace you've chosen. Take one more nice deep breath in. One more big breath out. And in your mind's eye, see all of that energy that might be left in your hands from these limiting beliefs, anxieties, fears. Imagining again that it's fluffy, it's light, it's blowing away. And in your mind's eye, look down at your hands. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, blow the rest of it off of your hands. Watching it fly away from you. And then from here, I want you to shake your hands out, shake your fingers out. Shake, 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 shake. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Maybe you flick the fingers, shake the hands. You could even brush the hands a little bit, releasing all of that energy. Seeing it float away from you. Letting it go back from where it came, back into the earth, being reabsorbed for recreation of something new. Take a cleansing breath in. Nice breath out. Just relaxing. Eyes are still closed. Our little one is still here just for a moment longer. I want you to look at them. Let them look at you. Saying thank you to one another. If they're ready for a hug, you let them come in for a hug. If that's not happening today, that's okay. But tell them that you love them. Tell them that you hear them. Tell them that you see them. And that you believe in them. And hear them saying the exact same things back to you. They look at you and they say, I love you. I hear you. I see you. And I believe in you. Let them know again that they are now involved in your adult decisions. You guys have each other. You'll be seeing them again in your little sacred boardroom tomorrow. But for now, letting them go off to whatever it is that they wanted to do. As you slowly begin to come back into the here and now, into the present moment. Beautiful, you guys. Turning down our music here. Okay. So, no rush, no hurry. Camera's on or off, doesn't matter to me. But what I would really like to do is open up the floor for a little bit of sharing and kind of speaking this out loud in a place where we have some room to just be ourselves, the container that we've created here together. And the question that I'm asking that I would love for you to share, and if you go off the rails and share something else, I'm totally fine with that. But is there a truth that you've been wanting to share that I wrote this down for myself? Oh, I wrote scared to share online. A lot of us have online businesses, not all of us do. Some of us are scared to share our truth in our families, with our friends, etc. But is there a truth that you've been afraid to share? And I'd like you to share it here. It's kind of the beginning of the unraveling and showing up in that authentic voice space here first before we start to incorporate that into our current reality. So, if that makes sense, raise your hand and I think unmute yourself. I think we figured this out pretty well yesterday. Yeah, I know. Where's the little hand holding thing? Okay, so you unmute, my love. Let's see. There we go. Did I do it right? Yay, Liliana.
I suppose my truth is that I'm awkward. I'm awkward and shy, and that still comes out in plays. It was happening when I was younger, and it still happens today, where I feel a little awkward in front of people. So,
Did anything about that come up during this meditation today?
oh yeah, just a little bit of like um, some like school memories coming in where I didn't really fit in with the crowd
Mhm.
um and feeling a little bit of that same awkwardness where just um this plump little girl who never quite fit in and who had a big imagination
Mhm.
but a very quiet voice. And so and um also a little bit with my hearing loss too, and
Mm.
so when I speak, the sometimes my words don't come out quite quite right. So yeah, that came up a lot too today. So and it still is felt sometimes. So
And I'm curious today if did it feel like a negative?
mm, well, a little bit to my younger self, but like my older self, it felt like I'm was able to adjust and grow through it. So yeah.
I feel like it's one of your superpowers.
Oh.
Having watched you and your awkwardness is funny because I went to a ceremony recently and they opened up their circle with like, we're just awkward. We're awkward people. And it was actually hilarious. And their energy was so genuine that I was able
Mhm.
to connect with them. And I really feel that from you. I feel that because, like, I feel that you are authentically who you are, even if you don't always know how to wield that power. But I know that you've been working on your main character energy and all of that. Does it
Mhm.
feel like you're starting to own it a little bit more, or?
Um, it's actually like a different kind of journey for me. I guess sometimes that's where I feel fault because it's like my main character energy is like, okay, I'm a main character, but my life is such a mess. so, and so I'm sometimes it goes back and forth with like if I'm more of a side character, um, building up into being the main character role in my life. And so, but it's I guess that's kind of the process of things. So
Very much the process.
I
Well,
do.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my daughter mentioned though that, it's just remembering that, a lot of main characters don't have in storybooks and stuff, don't have it all figured out. So
Yes.
yeah.
That's very wise words from your daughter.
Yes.
I was going to say, feel free if you want to reach out if you want any support in this specifically. I would love to help you. And then also, Tana's not here today, but Tana's going to be doing what we call glow up calls for you guys.
Mhm.
So if you have anything that you want to work on that you found through here, she's a beautiful spiritual space holder. And so she's just going to be here to support you guys. So thank you so much for sharing, Liliana. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Okay, yes. Technology. There you go. I think I got you. Go ahead, lovely.
Hey, um, can you repeat the question, Jen, please?
Yeah, just okay. I have to repeat it to myself. Um, I've got all these things that I wanted to share with you. Especially because you're online. What's one truth that you've been afraid that you're holding back that you're not sharing online? Like you've got an online business, you're in front of people. Is there a truth that you are not sharing?
That I'm a lot. Like
Mm.
that I just I'm a lot. I have like a lot of energy. There's this anxiety that comes out even trying to raise my hand. I'm just like, oh, pick me, pick me. Like it's there, and I'm just like, yo, like you'll get your turn.
Oh my
That I'm a
gosh.
lot.
Ooh.
Hmm.
That is huge. I wish Tana was here
Yeah.
because Tana experiences that a lot as well. Um, but if you've ever spent any time in Tana's space, she's magical. You're magical because I've been in your space plenty of
Yeah.
times. And so
Thank you.
I really believe that all these places where we feel afraid to share or we feel like we're too much or we feel like we're awkward are our
Hmm.
superpowers if we could just own it. And so I
Hmm.
would love for you to start to think about what it would look like to own your allotness and know that the people that I know, and it's scary, right? Because
I'm
we don't want to be
shaking.
rejected. Are you really?
Yes,
No, it's
it's
scary
all
because
good.
we want to be accepted. We're primal beings
Hmm.
that like to be accepted by the crowd, and we all experience that, but
Hmm.
your superpowers are in that. And so I would love if maybe you walk away from this today, just think about that, do a little bit of
Hmm.
journaling about what it would look like to own your allotness and then share it with
Yeah.
me.
All right.
Have you ever said that out loud before?
That I'm a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Good.
and then
Okay.
I pull back.
And you're like, I'm a lot, just like
Yes.
okay. Well, be more. Be more. I like it. Okay. Anybody else have anything, any truth that you feel afraid to share, whether it's with your family, online, your business, etc.? It's okay if you don't, but just opening it. Or if you don't want to share that and you want to share something else. Oh, thank
I'll
you.
go.
Why
I
are the
just
little
did.
hands not working? Oh, hold on.
It's okay.
Okay, I
I
got
don't
Kelly and
actually
then I'll
know
get
how
you,
to do
Lauren,
a hand.
okay? I got it.
I don't know how to do a hand, and I don't think I can see everyone. Sorry, I
That's
unmuted.
okay. Hi, love bug.
Hi. Um, One thing that I discovered that I actually didn't know, so I didn't know to express it, was that I'm more I enjoy being in the background, but I think I had to take a space in life of being in the foreground or the front
Mhm,
to make sure that life went on and actually functioned.
mhm,
And so I was operating in that space for so long, and no wonder why it's no longer serving me because that's actually not authentically who I am.
mhm,
And I can relate with the I am a lot. And when I feel my greatest is when I am taking up the space. But I think it's only in the authentic moments that I need to be doing that, and I'm doing it too often for my being. And so that was a really cool aha moment where like my little self is more shy and I have a beaming like glow about me, but I'm in a small container, like I don't take up a lot of space. So that was a really interesting way to view myself because that's not how I feel like I operate. So that was really cool.
Oh, good. Good. Aha. And
Yeah.
then if you think of it, email me. I would love to look at your human design because that might have a lot to do with what's going on with your, I don't know if you've already done it before.
I'm a manifesting generator 4/6.
I knew you were a Manny Gen for sure. That definitely, because generators too, they don't always want to be in the forefront. Sometimes they want to be in a supporting role, not all the time, but it's where they're more comfortable, depending on who it
Hmm.
is and depending on the profile.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
we'll talk more. I
I would
appreciate
love
you.
to talk about that. I'm obsessed. Okay. And then Lauren, did you, I'm ridiculous. Did you want to share something too, Lauren?
I'm
Oh, good.
happy to share. I was just
Yes.
seeing her waving and I was like,
I
wait.
know you're like, look, I didn't see it. Okay. Because she was, yeah, thank you. You go right ahead.
Um, but I think what I realized today, so I think when you say little one, and I'm really kind of working in the teenage moment right now.
Hmm.
My little one sits with both of us when it
Okay.
happens, but it's more of a realization that I didn't know that I hold myself back because I'm afraid of like that parental um, unhappiness with who I am.
Hmm.
I didn't realize that until like this moment and this. So like, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And like I said, it's an unraveling, right? So that's a big aha that you're probably going to have a little mini dark night of the soul about because you're going to have to unravel that and decide how that fits into your life, right?
Yes, but
Oh,
it was really interesting to because like I already like Cynthia, and I'm sorry, I'm not sure
Oh,
the other
Kelly. I
woman.
know she's a Zoom user.
Yeah. But they were like, "I'm too much," and, like, mine has always been, "I'm not enough."
Oh,
And
mhm.
so, like, I know that, and I'm, like, have worked through all that, and then this comes up, and I was it's
Oh,
like that spiral, right? It's like you always come back to it and
yep.
from a different angle, and this angle is new.
Oh, well, I hope that that's a powerful thing that you can work through, and we're going to work on some stuff about that tomorrow too, so that'll be good.
Awesome.
Yay. Joe and Karen, do either of you have anything you'd like to share? No pressure, but um, inviting you to.
Well, I'll jump in just
Oh, and
because
then
I
I'll
mean,
let,
I
okay, Karen and then Joe. I got it. Okay.
okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really get too much. I just got it's more of a reminder kind of that took me back to a very specific time in my childhood. I saw myself in the same spot, looking at the same things, and it was that feeling of loneliness and being left behind. And
Mm.
I've been sitting with that going, well, I know this has been following me, but I have no idea why. But as soon as I think he said her name was Kelly, she mentioned about being in the forefront and needing to go back. Well, I'm the exact opposite. I've always been in the background. Like even now, I'm a data analyst. I sit back and collect data for other people to analyze. So I prepare and send it over. So it's like I'm always been a like person helping other people. And now I've really been having this like I need to move forward. I need to be more in the limelight because other things that's been coming up for me now for the last couple of months is I used to dance, and my favorite part of it was actually the performing part. That's what kept me going from childhood all the way through my 20s. It kept me there, but it was the performing. So I'm like, I need to perform. I need to be out in front. I need to be doing something out front now. It's like I had it back then and to some degree. Now I need to
Yes.
pretty much make it my full part of why I'm here as an adult. Because being in the background has just kept that feeling left behind feeling.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's powerful. Are you going to act on that?
I am.
Okay, good. Oh, that's going to change everything for you. Okay, wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, Joe, and then Melanie, if you want to share after Joe, I would love to invite you to, unless you don't want to. Go ahead, Joe.
Um, yeah, and it was interesting for me. I'm definitely a forefront person, or I always have been. I whether it was without intent, I'd always be the guy, even as a kid, who sort of suck all the oxygen out of the room. I so this was so it was interesting to me about it because like the sort of the the floor or the paint or whatever the thing that we were trying to show. I realized, which I believe I knew already, but kind of solidified in the fact that um like my fears um like even what I do now, like it's about going in there and being the guy who knows how to do things, fix things, take care of things, build things, put them together. My deepest fear is that people will find out that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Excuse the language. So, in recent years, I've heard a term called imposter syndrome,
Mhm.
which to me is like, kind of a weird dichotomy of language because if it's one of those things where it's like catch 22 is like the original thing of a catch 22, whereas like you can only get out of combat if you're crazy, but if you acknowledge that you're crazy, then you're actually not crazy because you can tell you're crazy. Like to me, it's the same thing with this sort of imposter syndrome thing. So it's a fear of being found out, a fear of humiliation, and so it kind of it drives me to do better and to make sure that that doesn't happen. But it's odd to me, and I have a fairly decent success record, but like it's odd to me that it's driven from a place that isn't truly like I know what I'm doing. It's
Mhm.
I can't let them find out that I don't,
Mhm.
and even if I do, and like I'm known for coming up with different ways of doing things and looking at things differently and putting them together. But then at the same time, I'm like, how can I be right when everyone else, no one else, like I'm not inventing the formula for cold fusion here, but like, uh, how is it that I'm the only one that thinks this way or thinks it this way, and so I must be wrong, right?
Mm.
So that's a constant sort of fear or anxiety that I combat with. The other The other thing that sort of occurred during this that I'll point out is that the younger version of me that sort of showed up in this meditation was me. I was probably around 10 or 11, maybe 12. I don't, but um, it was in the form of like sort of that summer of that year. I was a swimmer. I was a competitive swimmer, and basically spent that summer with that team and everything. And it was the last sort of year, last time I remember ever being completely and fully not worried about anything, not
Mm.
overthinking anything, not being very comfortable with myself, being happy with the moment, and not, so I thought that was an interesting aspect that it was that version of me as opposed to maybe a little bit of younger one or a little bit of, older one or whatever. So,
Yeah.
and I just took that message as, obviously I'm going to have to sort of meditate on that, but um,
Yeah, you've got a lot to sit with for sure. But that 10, 11-year-old version of you has some stuff to teach you energetically. So I think it'd be cool to hang out with them a little bit more often and see what they have to share with you again. Thank you for sharing. That's imposter syndrome is a big one for a lot of us. And I think it's interesting that you said that fear of being found out as a, like, that's just, you and I are going to unravel that a little bit more on our, yeah. Melanie, did you want to share anything? Anything that, no. Okay. That's totally fine. Honor that. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody because I was scrolling. Okay, wonderful. All right. Well, you guys are amazing. Thank you for doing this work. I know that it can be a lot, but I really do believe that on the other side of this, and it is like a constant unraveling, like Lauren said, there's more layers. Now we get to look at it from this direction, and yay. But welcome to Earth School. That's kind of how we do things here. So um, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna do a little bit of rewiring and kind of implant some new things in there, kind of play with some of the stuff that we found out today and implant some new beliefs and do some more releasing. And then I'm going to post in the group and send via email about my program. Again, this is no pressure, but if any of you are interested in how this works, moving on from here and having a little bit more support from me, I'm going to have that offer for you. And if you have any questions, you can send them to me. And that's pretty much all I have for you. So, yeah, I appreciate all of you being here and bringing your beautiful energy and just sharing your hearts today. And oh, yes, and I will be talking to you soon.